points game. The visiting team on the scoreboard this afternoon will be the Hilltoppers of Glenbard West. The Hilltoppers enter this game with an overall record of 33 wins and 8 losses. Now let's meet Coach Christine Gentamere, who has an overall record of 144 wins and 109 losses in her 9-year career. The home team on the scoreboard this afternoon will be the Cougars of Vernon Hills High School. The Cougars enter this afternoon's match with an overall record of 36 wins and 5 losses. Now let's meet Coach Chris Curry, who has a record of 268 wins and 134 losses and 3 ties in his 11-year career. Now let's meet the players of both teams, starting with the non-starter. For Glenbard West, a senior, number 2, Chris Glenbard. For Vernon Hills, a junior, number 1, Matt Ugasti. For Glenbard West, a senior, number 3, Nick Pirelli. For Vernon Hills, a junior, number 2, Jordan Porter. For Glenbard West, a junior, number 7, Matt Burrowbach. For Vernon Hills, a sophomore, number 4, Chris Edwards. For Glenbard West, a sophomore, number 12, Key Gale. For Vernon Hills, a junior, number 5, Nathan Bennett.
We are live and in living color from Hoffman Estates High School at the IHSA Boys Volleyball State Finals as we begin this evening's championship festivities with the 3rd place game between the Vernon Hills Cougars and the Glenbard West Hilltoppers. Both these two teams, it's their first time here at the state finals, so they will get to add some hardware to the trophy case at the end of this match, and there is something to play for. You want to be 3rd. You want to end up at the bronze medal position. You don't want to be left out of any sort of trophy or hardware in the trophy case. Robbie Donovan here with you. Don't forget, later on we will have the championship match between Naperville North and Sandburg. That match could be coming up at approximately 5:30 p.m. The starting lineups for both teams, the Hilltoppers come into the match with a 29-7 record, and their starting lineups is as follows at libero. It's the first team all-area senior Kevin McGinnis, who's pulled out nearly 500 digs this year. The setter, they will start with Alex Emanuel. You'll see Chris Glotzbach also in there as well, but Alex Emanuel, the 5'11 junior, gets the start. Outside hitters, Joe Zakaria and Ian Lawson. In the middle, you'll find Scotty Thomas and Adam Leopold. And a defensive specialist, you'll see him move in and out, the junior Mikey O'Day. And the head coach of Glenbard West, in her 9th season at the helm, is Christine Gentamere. She's amassed an overall record of 144 wins and 109 losses. Glenbard West came into the last match that they played with an 11-match win streak before they fell to Naperville North, before they fell to Sandburg in 3 and 2 sets. That final set, though, against the Eagles was an exciting match that they just fell in the end. For the Vernon Hills Cougars, they come into this match with a 36-5 overall record. This is their first trip to the state finals, as is for Glenbard West. We've mentioned a few times. Starting last for this team, the Vernon Hills Cougars will start with David Swanson, the senior, at libero. Justin Opitz will start at setter. You'll find Mikey Kelly and Thomas Robinson at the outside hitter positions. Garrett Kubaki, Joseph Ho at the middle hitters. And on the opposite side, Martin Nimshevsky will be your opposite hitter, the junior, standing 6 feet 5 inches. Head coach for Vernon Hills in 11 years at the helm, Chris Curry has amassed a record of 268 wins and 134 losses, plus 3 ties. He's been at the school ever since Vernon Hills implemented high school volleyball.
For Glenbard West,
And it appears that Vernon Hills will actually be going with Robbie Applebaum at the defensive specialist position, besides normally going with Martin Nimshevsky on the opposite side. So these two teams ending their long winning streaks that they brought into the game with. Vernon Hills had come into the match against Naperville North with a 21-match win streak. That is now out the window. I should say 22-match win streak, since they did get a victory in the state finals yesterday against Edwardsville. It's a great scene here at Hoffman Estates High School, and it's been a fantastic weekend. The administrators and the workers here at Hoffman Estates High School have done a tremendous job at putting together an incredible state finals this season for the IHSA Boys Volleyball Tournament. So we are just about to get underway here at center court. You will be hearing a band behind me throughout most of this game. There's a band. We're going to have spotlights for the starting lineups in the championship match. So they are pulling out all the stops for the final match of the 2011 season. And you know, both of these teams want to go into 2012 with a victory to end the season. Neither team wants to go back home with a loss. And there's a look at the Glenbard West Hilltoppers. Made it to just the regional semifinal last year. But things were changed, and things have changed as Glenbard West is back towards the top of boys volleyball. And the Hilltoppers, they have some interesting antics. For those of you that haven't seen that for the first time, they do that after every ace that they score in the match as well. So they're a fun group of players that you'll get to see throughout the match with their interest throughout.
Mr. Todd Ross of Waukegan and Mr. Kevin Elnick.
As the teams exchange pleasantries at the net, we will get underway here with the third place game between the Vernon Hills Cougars and the Glenbard West Hilltoppers. Both teams bringing home hardware for their empty trophy case. The first time both these teams have made it to the state finals in their team's histories. So no championship trophy for either of these schools. That will be given to one of the powerhouses, Naperville North or Sandburg. But either way, both teams will be putting together their best performances to close out the 2011 campaign. Robbie Donahoe and the rest of the crew with you. We are underway here in the third place match between Vernon Hills and Glenbard West. Emmanuel going to go middle. Leopold blocked to the net. Kubaki and Mikey Kelly are on the block. And you will see on the Glenbard West student section, most of those kids that are in the student section wearing their caps and gowns because they had graduation today. So they get to come back and see if their Hilltoppers can come through with a third place performance. Ian Lawson with his first point of the contest. Lawson has arguably been one of the best players in this state finals. Was fantastic in the match against St. Rita, tallying 24 kills. Against Sandburg, he did everything he could to keep the Toppers in that one. Big blast there from Garrett Kubaki. But Ian Lawson, a junior as well. Him, Scotty Thomas, Joe Zakaria, They're all coming back along with Alex Emanuel, so you best believe this Glenbard West Hilltopper team, they will be heard from next season as well. As Lawson puts down another point for the Toppers, tied at 2.
Mikey O'Day to serve, number 3, the liberal Dave Swanson back in.
Mikey O'Day, another guy that gets into the rotation. 5'11 junior, defensive specialist, fourth on the team in aces. Here's Robinson, dug out well by O'Day and kept in by McGinnis. Here's a free ball for the Cougars. Quick over from Opitz. Clipped the net though. Lawson's shot is dug out by Swanson, and that one too long for Garrett Kubacki. Correction, they're going to give the point to Vernon Hills.
The ball was rolled tipped.
They corrected and said it was tipped at the net. And at this point, you're not going to see many Hilltopper fans argue about the call, seeing as how it is a third-place match. And there really isn't as much energy if it's going to be coming up with a championship match, which is too bad because these two teams have had fantastic seasons, and they really deserve an excellent scene and atmosphere behind them, even for a third-place game. These two teams have played a miraculous season for both making their first trip to the IHSA Boys Volleyball State Finals. There's Adam Leopold getting into the act. A 4-3 lead for the Vernon Hills Cougars, who dominated Edwardsville yesterday and Naperville North. They made things interesting in the second set as the Cougars fell 30-28 as they came back from being down by as much as 7 points in that second set. But ultimately, the Huskies prevailed and moved on to the state championship match, will be played at approximately 5:30 p.m. local time here at Hoffman Estates High School. So we're up to a 5-4 lead as Glenbard West has made up the difference that they were behind. Opitz. Time to go and get it. Swanson sends it over. Free ball for the Toppers. Zakaria. Nice little over. And the points for Joe Zakaria, the junior. Who coming into this match had just 21 kills, but has shown Christine Gentemeyer that he is going to be a very good player and a factor on next year's team. A southpaw that stands 6 feet 2 inches, getting better by the game. Glenbard West called for a net violation. Vernon Hills is back to serve. Nathan Bennett serving for the Cougars, and that was not able to get up and over the net.
Point for the Cougars.
Tied at 6 here, first set between the Vernon Hills Cougars and the Glenbard West Hilltoppers. Robbie Donahoe and the rest of the crew here with you on IHSA TV.
That was 6.
Adam Leopold puts it down. So Leopold gets on the board.
6,
his second kill of the match. Here's first team all-area libero Kevin McGinnis, approaching the 500 dig mark this year. I don't think he's going to make it. He'll miss out just barely. Still, he's got to be proud with the season that he's had to close out his 4 years at Glenbard West High School. Swanson serving. There's a big blast from Leopold, and it's in.
6, Adam Leopold. Scotty Thomas back in, number 8. Leopold to serve.
So an 8-7 lead for the Toppers. There's a short set for Kubacki and rejected by Scotty Thomas at the net. A 9-7 lead for Glenbard West, looking to close out the season with a victory. Solo block for Sam Nevins. And you can just tell the energy is just not there for either team right now. It is a third place game. Most people will see it as a consolation match. Both teams just missing out on a trip to the state championship. There's good reason to feel down about yourself, but it's still a chance to end the season on the right note. And of course, you want to see both of these teams finish off the season right way. Both these teams just having great seasons. Glenbard West trying to achieve their first 30-win season in school history. If they do win this match, they will achieve that. There's a shot from Sam Nevins. And Glenbard West has been the team that has taken control here in the first set with a 12-7 lead. Both these teams had to go through tough sectionals to make it here. And Scotty Thomas tried to get the solo block there, but his block went wide. It's a 12-8 lead. Nimshevsky serving. Here's Nevins. Did not hit the antenna, just clipped the top of the net. There's Kubaki down the middle for the point.
That was Garrett Kubaki with the hill.
A big block of the net from Opitz and Kubaki. "12-10 lead for Glenbard West. Glotzbach wins it at the net, but the Cougars able to keep it. Mikey Kelly, yes sir.
Mikey Kelly with the kill.
And Vernon Hills has made a nice little run here to get back into the first set, trailing 12-11. Glotzbach going to go back to Lawson, and it just creeps through and falls to the floor for a point.
Bobby Applebottom, number 7, back in. Alex Emanuel back in to serve.
And Alex Emanuel checks back in at the setter position. He will serve for the Hilltoppers. Opitz, short set, and a nicely placed ball from Garrett Kubaki right in the short corner of the court. A well-placed ball there from the senior Garrett Kubaki. A lift call on the Toppers. Another point for Vernon Hills. They've made up the difference. Now another shot for Glenbard West. Ian Lawson dug out well by Robinson. Sent over by Kubaki.
Garrett Kubaki with the tip.
14-13 lead for the Cougars. Nice dig from Kelly. Wow. So Cougars able to just get it over. Emanuel going to go far side. Lawson was not touched. Clipped the net and went wide. Another point for the Cougars. Vernon Hills doing a very nice job here. And we're trailing by as much as 5. Now they have a 2-point lead here. And a service ace from Mikey Kelly. And a timeout called by Glenbard West. They've lost the energy and momentum here as the Cougars lead 16-13 here in the first set. Vernon Hills entering this match with a 36-5 record. Had come into this match with a 22-match win streak. Or I should say the last match with a 22-match win streak before falling to Naperville North in 2 sets, but Naperville North is a runaway freight train right now. There is no one that seems to stop them. If there's any team that can, though, it would be the Sandburg Eagles, and you can catch that match here on IHSA TV immediately following this one at 5:30.
Sports Authority, all things sporting good.
It's a 16-13 lead for Vernon Hills. We're back to the action, and Mikey Kelly serves it into the web. on a service error.
Smith back in, 7 to serve, 17. Joe Zakaria back in.
Joe Zakaria will serve, or I'm sorry, correction, that is Andrew Smith serving for the Hilltoppers. And to the nets, Thomas Robinson goes into the nets. 16-15. Both teams seem to be getting up to a big lead and then losing that big lead. So the Hilltoppers coming back here in the first set. Opitz short to Kubaki, dug out. Now Lawson will get the set. Blocked well. Leopold just sends it over. Swanson's there. Opitz to Robinson. Fouled it off but kept it in play. Here's Lawson, blocked at the net from Kubaki and Opitz. 17-15, the lead for the Cougars.
Kubaki to serve.
Here's Emmanuel, going to go far side. Zakaria puts it down. You got to be impressed with the way Joe Zakaria has played in this state finals. Hasn't gotten too many chances to hit, but when he has, the southpaw has done a very nice job. Here's Opitz, going to go over to Robinson, and O'Day was able to get down and get it, but he's called for a lift. 18-16 lead now for Vernon Hills.
To serve.
And into the nets by Opitz.
Chris Glatzbach back in.
As we continue to trade points here in the third of 4 matches here today, this one will decide our third place team at the 2011 IHSA Boys Volleyball State Finals. Nimshevsky right at Lawson, who just sort of puts his hands up like there's nothing I can do about that. Hoping for more of a block at the net there. He was not able to dig it out for his team. 19-17, the team in white with the lead. Here's Nathan Bennett. Good dig there from Kubaki. Opitz is just going to send it over. A free ball for the Toppers. And not well played. Another chance for the Cougars. Mikey Kelly down the line. Got it to go. And a replay ball there from Bennett. Five points away from Vernon Hills, getting off to a nice start here in our third place game. Leopold taking some anger out on the ball there as he pounds it down for the points. As there's a sign over in the student section saying Adam is our MVP. Well, I would debate that with the way Ian Lawson has played in state finals, but either way, this team has performed admirably as Lawson gets up, slow to get up there on that far side. And he seems to be okay. 21-18. And Lawson now going to come out. First time we've seen Ian Lawson out at this state finals. As Christine Jean-Tameyer brings in Nick Perilli for the first time. Service ace from David Swanson. As Vernon Hills is on the cusp of earning a first set win. Swanson sends that one long.
Number 8, Scotty Thomas back in. Adam Leopold to serve.
22-19. Glenbard West going to try to work themselves back in this first set. Sent over, but the Cougars have it. Big block on the net from Glatzbach and Scotty Thomas.
Point for Glenbard West.
It's a weird looking group out there without Ian Lawson. It's kind of hard to And Zacaria's on the bench, so is Alex Emanuel, so a lot of rotation here in this third place match, trying to get everyone some playing time, and that's a good thing to see. Even though you do want to win, you also want to get everyone some PT in there, as Nimshevsky gets the point for Vernon Hills. They are 2 points away from putting this first set in the bag. Evans able to pass and sent over. Free ball for the Cougars. Opitz blocked in the net, now has to dig it out himself. Sent over by Nimshevsky, good effort there. Glotzbach sent over. That was Perilli that sent that one over. Kubaki, oh, nice dig from McInnes. Leopold sends it over. Here's a great point from these teams. McInnes again. That time, though, it goes long, but great effort there from the senior libero, who's trying to instill some life in this team. Nimshevsky now will serve for the set. Short set for Scotty Thomas, and he puts it down.
Thomas with the kill. Ian Lawson back in number 11.
And now Ian Lawson will check back in for the Toppers.
7 back in.
As Alex Emanuel will have to run off at least 3 points to stay in this first set. Here's Mikey Kelly. Oh, a miscommunication there. Landing right in between the defense. And Vernon Hills is on the board with a first set win. 25-21. And we'll go to the second set when we return here on IHSA TV. The third place match between Vernon Hills and Glenbard West when we return. The home of the 2011 Boys Volleyball State Finals. As Vernon Hills started off with the first set win, 25-21. We'll go to the second set as the action back underway. Here in the on center court. And there's Adam Leopold putting it down and getting a point.
17, Mike Zaccaria back in.
Andrew Smith will check in for Glenbard West, and he will serve for the Hilltoppers. Opitz just gets it over, and a lift called, as Lawson was the one who was the beneficiary, getting the point there. Gives a smile to his teammates. Didn't have to work too hard for that point, just had to send it over. So 2-0. We expect a sellout crowd here this evening for the championship match. There's a state title and the state championship hardware on the line, coming up here at around 5:30 local time. And another lift called. Boy, Vernon Hills just seems to be out of sorts here right now. After looking very impressive in the first set, now they're just, they seem to be on tilt for some reason. Here's Thomas Robinson. Too long and wide, 5-0. Where was the team we saw in the first set here from Vernon Hills? Not showing up. Opitz to Robinson, rejected. Zaccaria and Thomas were the two that were at the net to welcome Mr. Robinson. At this point, you just hope Vernon Hills doesn't get skunked. Down 6-0. Haven't seen an opening deficit like this the entire tournament. Another block by Lawson. Vernon Hills able to get it over, but a free ball. Thomas dug out well by Kelly. And Kubaki sends it over, and there is the point. And Thomas Robinson puts his hands in the air, is like, yes, we finally scored. 6-1 lead. Vernon Hills would love to close it out in straight sets. And there's a big block from Ho and Thomas Robinson. Joseph Ho and Thomas Robinson. Robinson, a junior. Ho, this is his final game in a Cougar uniform. Leopold dug out well by David Swanson. Kubaki It's tipped to the net. Lawson falls in. Swanson seemed like he hesitated a bit to try to go after that dig. Thought it was going to go out. Hit the line. Another point for the Hilltoppers. A 7-2 lead for the team in black. Going far side to Robinson. Stops the net. Kubaki sends it over. McGinnis is there to dig. Oh, quick set. Well dug out by Swanson, and the block at the net from Opitz. Zakaria. Dug out by Applebaum. Here's Lawson. Man. Vernon Hills the defense. And Kubaki wasn't able to get that one, but what a point. You saw Glenbard West showcase their full attack on the Vernon Hills defense. How about a point there? Wow. Here's Robinson, and O'Day got a hand on it. And a point for number 6. And Shevsky checking back in.
Justin Opitz to serve.
Here's the senior Justin Opitz serving for the Cougars. And Leopold just has to send it over, mistimed his jump. And Robinson, right at Alex Emanuel. And Nimshevsky, he's the one that's going to get the assist. He only has 15 on the season. Make it 16 now for the junior. There's Lawson, and that one, it hit the antenna, and it was Lawson that hit the antenna, wasn't off the block, so it's another point for Vernon Hills. 8-5 the advantage between these two teams that, in relation to Naperville North and Sandburg, they are smaller. As Glenbard West gets another point, Glenbard West with just over 2,200 enrolled, while Vernon Hills, the smallest school at the state finals this year, with just 1,300 students at their high school. They have performed very well, being one of the smaller schools in this tournament. Zakaria continues his strong play. 10-5 lead for the Toppers as they have the Cougars doubled up here in the second set. Championship coming up immediately following this match as Nimshevsky's shot goes wide. Opitz going to go backside to Robinson, tipped at the net, and a point for the Cougars. Thomas Robinson, he'll be back next year, trying to go out on a good note. Nathan Bennett will serve. Bennett's the guy you will see starting at setter next year for Vernon Hills. But between Robinson and Nimshevsky coming back, and Bennett will be the starting setter, that's a pretty darn good team that will be returning for the Cougars. That ball falls in between the defense for a point.
Sam Evans back in, 6. Thomas Robinson back in. Kevin McGinnis to serve, number 5.
Here's the libero Kevin McGinnis serving for the Hilltoppers. And a service ace! And we were hoping to see that in the final match for Glenbard West this year. They do their crazy antics on the ace. Didn't get to do it against Sandburg, but they got to do it this time against Vernon Hills. You'll see it again. Why not? Have a party out there. It's the final match of the year. Kevin McGinnis back-to-back service aces. That time hits into the net.
Circles into the net.
And these two teams, final match of the year. Just going out there and having fun. Enjoy the situation you're in. It may not happen again. Being in a state final in high school volleyball. Some of these players, will be their first and final state final match. Being seniors and graduating. Big block of the net from Nevins and Scotty Thomas. For some, they'll be back. Others got to just enjoy the moments. As Glenbard West surged in front here, 16-7 the lead in the second set.
Awards for all places in this year's boys state volleyball tournament will be presented at the conclusion of each game. Spectators are requested to remain seated.
16-7 lead
of the match
for the Hilltoppers.
Will be presented to the members of the competing teams.
As it appears so far, we're going to go 3 sets.
The award ceremony
in our third place match.
After the conclusion of the match.
As right now, Chris Curry laying into his team in his team huddle. Normally a very positive, upbeat guy. Doesn't really yell at his players too often, so it's somewhat odd to see him in a, I guess, a lack for a better term, angry mood. But he is taking this game seriously, as should the rest of the Cougar team, and there you go. There's a point for Garrett Kubaki, and Curry just saying one at a time. Telling his team one at a time to get back in the second set. As the Toppers have Vernon Hills doubled up right now. Block of the net from Garrett Kubaki, who's played very well here in the matches today. A little quiet in the match against Edwardsville. That's due in part to how well Nimshevsky and Thomas Robinson played in that match. And a service ace for Nimshevsky off the lift called on Glenbard West, and that timeout proving to be very effective. It's 16-10. Cougars have made up 3 points of the difference. Lawson, Swanson able to get hands on it, and double hit called on Nimshevsky.
Alex Emanuel in to serve. Robbie Applebaum 7 back in.
Toppers up by a touchdown here, 17-10 the lead. Opitz will go back to Kubaki, and McGinnis was able to get a hand on it. He's just going to send it over. And for some reason, Applebaum just sort of lost concentration. Robbie Applebaum, a senior, his final game at Vernon Hills. Been playing a lot here in this match. Being a senior in his final match. Chris Curry going with a few more seniors than normal in his rotation, and for good reason. Out of all the teams that made it to the Final Four, he is the only team that has less than 8 seniors. He's got 7, but nevertheless, it does serve to mention this team has a lot of good players returning next year, including Nimshevsky, Thomas Robinson, Nathan Bennett will be back. A lot of good, solid players returning for the Vernon Hills Cougars. 19-12 the advantage for the Hilltoppers here in our second set of the third place match on IHSA TV. We are bringing this one to you live from Hoffman Estates High School. Kubaki got it through and got the point. A net violation was called, but either way, Kubaki was going to get the kill no matter what. Makes it 19-13. Leopold just barely was able to pass that one out. Nice block from Robinson at the net. And a quick over, nicely done from Alex Emanuel. The deceptive over from the junior Alex Emanuel. He'll be back next year, as will Ian Lawson, Joe Zakaria, Mikey O'Day. Scotty Thomas will be back as well. Sam Nevins. A very good team returning for Glenbard West. A lot of experience. One guy you won't see returning is that man that just got the point, Adam Leopold, the 6'5" senior. Second on the team in kills, first in blocks. He's been the emotional leader for this team this season. And Lawson called for reaching over the net there. 21-14.
Back at number 20. Justin Opitz to serve.
Out there right now for Glenbard West, 3 juniors and 3 seniors. And for Vernon Hills, they have 2 juniors and 4 seniors. That shot goes long.
The attempt goes out.
Hit off the line judge's feet. Most of the time, that usually tells you where he's standing out of play. That means that ball never got in play. At least you would think that way. Opitz came up to get it. And Zakaria called for a net violation.
Point for Vernon Hills.
21-16 here, Vernon Hills. Trying to make a little bit of a run here. As they look to finish out the season with a 3rd place win against Glenbard West. Lawson sends it over. It goes out though.
Lob attempt is wide. Point for Vernon Hills.
Nice little rally here from Vernon Hills, and Glenbard West will call a timeout. 21-17 the lead for the Hilltoppers, and Christine Gentemeyer not taking any chances with her club. She calls a timeout to talk things over with her team. Don't forget, coming up at 5:30, we'll have the state championship between Naperville North and Sandburg. And if you think you have some characters in the Glenbard West section, you haven't seen anything yet. Naperville North will bring an interesting group of students here this evening. The match will start at approximately 5:30 p.m. If this one does go 3 sets though, it may start a little bit after 5:30, more around 5:40, but we'll have to wait and see. Got to get in the warm-ups and the starting lineups, national anthem. You got the awards afterwards as well. So with the way things are going, this one's probably going to push the championship match back to around 5:45 p.m. When I think about it even more, I'm playing it out in my head and trying to write everything down. 21-17 lead for the Glenbard West Hilltoppers. Cougars trying to come back, and a service error. And that's exactly what the timeout serves for. Get a point. Get your team back in it. As Chris Glotzbach checks in, and he will take over the setting duties from Alex Emanuel. Lawson serving. Here's Robinson, dug out by McGinnis. Ian Lawson, dug out by Swanson. Hit one of the goals up top, high above Hoffman Estates Arena. And Lawson was able to get it, and the Cougars aren't able to track it down. Ian Lawson, another point for Glenbard West. 23-17 the lead for GW. Going far side, and Nimshevsky got it to go off of Glotzbach, and Chris Glotzbach just beside himself after that play, thinking he was going to get the block on Nimshevsky. Just went off his hands and out of play. Good serve from Bennett. Leopold with a big blast as he puts it down with the hammer. And set point here for Glenbard West. As they're trying to end the second set with a win and take it to 3. Opitz, great play over to Kelly. Topper's got it over, free ball for the Cougs. Kelly again, denied, and we're going 3. It's only fitting that we're going to go 3 sets in the 3rd place match between Glenbard West and Vernon Hills. Captains will converse with the head official on the decision to whether or not they should switch benches or stay on their respective courts. So we will go to the third set when we return here on IHSA TV. Third place match. Both teams will stay on their respective benches and sides. So we'll be back with the final set here on IHSA TV. Third and final set to decide our third place team at the 2011 IHSA Boys Volleyball State Finals. And of course, we have a 3-set match in our third place game. It's only fitting, right? As we will finish things off here in the third place match with this final set coming up. Robbie Donahoe, the rest of the crew from IHSA TV, here with you from Hoffman Estates High School. Third set underway between the Vernon Hills Cougars and the Glenbard West Hilltoppers. Toppers won the last set 25-17. As the Hilltoppers start off with the point and a 1-0 lead. Here's Kubaki, dug out by McGinnis, we think. Not so much. Lawson was trying to run it down over by the scores table, was not able to. And we're tied up. Third set will go to 25 points, win by 2, just like the first 2 sets. It doesn't go to 15 here. And that shot stays in. And Sam Nevins gets on the board, the junior. He'll be back next year as well. A lot of players coming back for the Glenbard West Hilltoppers. They'll be very good next year. A lot of good players returning for their senior campaigns. And a win at the net from Scotty Thomas. Vernon Hills just looks stagnant right now after they're playing very well in the first set. Since then, we really haven't seen the same team out there in blue and white. Opitz. Robinson just gonna have to get it over. And Zakaria blocked at the net. Garrett Kubaki and Thomas Robinson were the 2 to be there. The fans continue to file in here, anticipating the state championship match coming up in a little while. Robinson and Joseph Ho are there for the block. There's Vernon Hills starting up a block party here. And almost got themselves an ace. Robinson sends it back, but called for into the net. So McGinnis taking the headshot was not for naught. They ended up getting the point. So a 4-3 lead for Glenbard West. As it appeared, Robinson was the one who scored the point, but he was called for a net violation. Robinson again, this time number 6 gets the point. Tied at 4 here. Third and final set. This will be the concluding set for both of these teams. Seasons are over after this. Third place on the line. Adam Leopold with the point. Ian Lawson will be set to serve for the Hilltoppers. Far side, here's Nimshevsky. Got it through. Toppers able to keep it in play. McGinnis just going to send it over here. Opitz to Nimshevsky. Lawson was there. Zakaria, once again, Joe Zakaria. Seems like any time he gets his left paw on it, he's able to put it down. A coming out party for Joe Zakaria. Ho blocks at the net by Leopold, but the block goes wide. And the Cougars are back on the board, cutting the lead to 6-5.
Mikey Kelly back in, number 5.
Nathan Bennett to serve. Surprising that in Curry's 11 seasons, this is the first time Vernon Hills has made the state finals. They do have to go through Buffalo Grove anytime they try to make the state finals, one of the tougher teams in the state. They were able to do it this year. Last year they lost in the third and final set in the sectional final to Buffalo Grove, 35-33. They didn't make the mistake of losing to Buffalo Grove this time. They took them down in 2 sets. And are making the most of this opportunity here at the state finals. Martin Nimshevsky scores.
David Swanson back in to serve.
Here's David Swanson to serve. Didn't like the toss. And Mikey Kelly. They're just having fun out there right now. Not a care in the world. Just enjoying being in this position as Ian Lawson scores. And no pressure on either of these teams. Granted, third place is on the line. There's not a state championship like there will be coming up after this match. Just enjoying their final times that they have with their classmates and some of their best friends. Mikey Kelly with the point. 8-7 lead for Glenbard West. Here's the junior Martin Nimshevsky.
Serve sails long.
And a little strong on that one.
Robbie Applebaum, number 7 back in, number 9. Alex Emanuel back in to serve.
9-7. Hilltoppers lead. Third and final set. Blocked by Scotty Thomas there at the net. Robinson hits it right into the web. 10-7. Toppers lead, trying to build on to this advantage that they have here in the third and final set. Serve was towards the sideline, taking the Cougars off balance. Leopold, that's out. Hit the official's shoes. Again, if it hits the official's shoes, it should be out. Hoping that he's not actually standing in play. Service ace from Mikey Kelly.
Service ace.
Kelly just 4th in the team in aces, but last time I checked, he has the most aces on the team here in the state finals. So he's played very well. There's Scotty Thomas right down the boulevard.
Joe Zakaria back in, and Smith back in to serve.
These two teams are vying for third place in the 2011 state finals. As again, we are anticipating a near sellout here, which would be over 2,000 fans here at the Hoffman Estates High School. Service ace for the Hilltoppers as they lead 12-9. Here's a short set for Kubaki. Tipped at the net and gets the point. Vernon Hills played 2 3-set matches in their sectional before making it here. While Glenbard West, they are no stranger to 3-set matches. They have played over 10. So nothing new for either of these teams. They've been in 3-set matches before. Vernon Hills has been in 5. Glenbard West, I can't even count how many they've been in. It's been quite a few. They've had some tough competition to go through in the West Suburban Conference. Here's Robinson getting it over. Emmanuel was able to dig it out. Zakaria. Applebaum got down and got it. And a little too strong for Garrett Kubaki. 14-10 lead for the Toppers. This is the setup to what should be a fantastic championship match coming up here right after this one as Joseph Ho gets the kill. You could call it the appetizer to what will be served later this evening. The championship match of the 2011 IHSA Boys Volleyball Tournament. What a tournament it's been. Zakaria puts it down for a point.
Number 17 goes Zakaria with the kill. Ian Watson to serve.
The first state finals since 2002. Wheaton Warrenville South has not been here competing for a state title. And the team last year that won it, Marist, didn't make it either. 8 brand new teams in the Elite 8 of this IHSA Boys Volleyball State Finals, and a ton of new blood. Edwardsville was brand new. Both these two teams, it's their first time at the state finals. So good to see some new teams having a shot at playing here on the big time. Lawson's drill goes long. Glenbard West had to fight and claw yesterday to knock off a scrappy St. Rita team. There's a service ace there for Nick Garpow, the senior. Good to see him get in the act. Hasn't played at the state finals yet this year, but good to see the senior getting on the board in this final match as a Vernon Hills Cougar. Sent over by McInnes. Free ball for the Cougs. Mikey Kelly blocked. And a point for the Hilltoppers.
Sam Evans back in, number 4. Thomas Robinson, number 6, back in.
16-14. The advantage for Glenbard West. Here's Kevin McInnes, who served 2 straight aces in the second set. Wasn't able to get any there. Nevins. Access denied. Nimshevsky and Joseph Ho. Ho, the number 1 man on the team in blocks, shows us why on that nice play. There's a big shot from Adam Leopold. And a nice comeback here from Vernon Hills to tie it up at 16 apiece. Glotzbach going short. Luckily, McInnes was there to send it over. Now Mikey Kelly. Nevins got a hand on it. Another free ball for Vernon Hills. Well, it wasn't too free, wasn't too easy. Nicely placed by Mikey Kelly. He's been doing that all state finals, finding that far corner spot on the cross shot. He's been doing a tremendous job at placing his spikes, and he did it there once again. Vernon Hills has the lead, and they increase the advantage. And Glenbard West, who had the lead for most of this final set, now is trailing 18-16. We will have an awards ceremony for the 3rd and 4th place teams after this match at center court. So be sure to stay with us to see the concluding festivities between these two teams. And then after that, we will get warmed up and prepped for our state final match between number 7 Naperville North and number 2 Sandburg. Both teams have won titles before, so it'll be nothing new to be in a championship match. But nevertheless, the nerves will be rocking, the fans will be hopping. It will certainly be quite an end to the IHSA Boys Volleyball State Finals here at Hoffman Estates High School. It has been a fantastic 2 days here at Hoffman Estates. Kubaki, O'Day digs it out. Lawson, wide and strong. Ian Lawson just hasn't really been there today. He's had a fantastic state finals. And this match does not, just doesn't seem to show how much he's meant to this team especially how much he did in that St. Rita match with 24 kills. He was, dare I say, unstoppable. Adam Leopold puts it down for the point. A much-needed point for the Toppers, 19-17.
Number 2, Chris Glenbard back in.
As there was no substitution between Emanuel and Glotzbach. So the junior, Alex Emanuel, staying in at the center position, trying to come back here. Mikey Kelly brings Vernon Hills within 5 points of a third-place finish in their first ever state finals.
Martin Mshevsky to serve.
Both these teams will have competing squads for a state finals berth next year. But for right now, Opitz and Kubaki want to leave their mark on this season. 21-17. As we begin to see a max exodus up at the upper deck of a sea of orange. Oh, what a great effort trying to keep the ball in play, but they called a lift on Thomas Robinson. It's a point for Glenbard West as the Sandberg fans behind us begin to make their way down towards the main level as well. As those two teams and their student sections anticipating a barn burner, which we played in just approximately 35-40 minutes. Shot goes into that by Nevins, and Vernon Hills, they were down in the second set terribly. Didn't play well in the third to start, but they look to be well on their way to a third-place finish. Leopold able to power through the block and get the point. 23-19.
14, Andrew Smith in the serve. 17, Joe Sicario back in.
The mission has been go into the 2012 season with a little momentum and a positive vibe. Both these teams are trying to do just that. Here's Robinson. Match point. And a third place finish now on the line.
Joseph Ho back in. 9, Garrett Kabaki to serve.
As the Vernon Hills fans up on their feet. Glenbard West doesn't want to go away here. Opitz, Robinson, blocked to the net from Lawson and Scotty Thomas.
Mikey O'Day to serve. Number 3, David Swanson back in.
Mikey O'Day will need to serve the next 4 points to keep the Toppers alive in this match. And Glenbard West will call a timeout. 24-20, the lead for Vernon Hills as the Toppers just talking things over here in the final moments of the 2011 season for both of these two teams. And it was a quick timeout from Christine Gentemeyer. Talking over with her team, trying to get things ready to roll. And hopefully ready to roll with a comeback. And Scotty Thomas will serve. The junior will try to serve the next 4 points to keep them alive, and they won't be able to. Justin Opitz finishes off a fantastic season for Vernon Hills. As the lights go out and we'll have the spotlights down to the court, Vernon Hills wins the final set 25-20. They finish in third place at the 2011 IHSA Boys Volleyball State Finals. Be sure to stick around here. Award ceremony coming up next, and then we will have the championship match to conclude it all and crown our 2011 state champion. Robbie Donald and the rest of the crew will be back for the championship match, but keep it locked here. We'll give the award ceremony here on IHS.
Ladies and gentlemen, while we wait to get it set up, 8 people who voluntarily serve the IHSA schools and young people who compete in volleyball at those schools as members of the IHSA Volleyball Advisory Committee are as follows: Thomas Wyman, the principal at Chicago Lutheran North; Debbie Olfke, the assistant athletic director at New Trier; Paul Linden, the athletic director of Wheaton St. Francis; Stacy German, girls coach at Fulton High School; Eric Lady, the girls coach at KC Westfield; Mark Chris, the girls coach at Quincy Senior High School; Tony Phelps, the girls coach at Benton High School; and Melinda Bond, an official at Orangeville High School. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank these people for their contributions to volleyball in Illinois.
Second and third right here. Third and fourth.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will direct your attention to the court for the presentation of the third and the fourth place team and individual awards for the 2011 Boys Volleyball State Finals. Presenting both of the medallions and the trophy will be principal at Hoffman Estates High School, Mr. Jim Britton, and the athletic director of Hoffman Estates High School, Mr. Steve Lackney. First, we'd like to award the medals to the Hilltoppers of Glenbard West High School. First of all, the principal, Dr. Jane Thorson. The assistant principal athletic director, Linda Oberg. And now the head coach of Glenbard West, Christine Genta Mayer. Assistant coach, Dan Scott. Assistant coach, Pete Mastandria. Assistant coach, Lindsay Filkins. And manager, Patrick Shanahan. And now the players from Glenbard West. Number 2, Chris Gloutzbach. Number 3, Nick Pirelli. Number 4, Sam Nevins. Number 5, Kevin McGinnis. Number 6, Adam Leopold. Number 7, Matt Burlbach. Number 8, Scotty Thomas. Number 9, Alex Emanuel. Number 10, Johnny Davis. Number 11, Ian Lawson. Number 12, Key Gales. Number 14, Andrew Smith. Number 15, Mikey O'Day. Number 17, Joe Zakaria. And number 18, Mike Solansky. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the Cougars of Vernon Hills High School, who finished the IHSA State Finals in 3rd place. First Superintendent Prentice Lee. Principal Ellen Swick. Athletic Director Brian McDonald. And Athletic Trainer Kirsten Rouse. The head coach of the Cougars is Chris Curry. Assistant coach Charles Mann. Assistant coach Paul Zicker. Assistant coach Tom Cook. And assistant coach Jenny Smith. Now let's meet the players from Vernon Hills. Number 1, Matt Ugassi. Number 2, Jordan Porter. Number 3, David Swanson. Number 4, Chris Edwards. Number 5, Nathan Bennett. Number 6, Thomas Robinson. Number 7, Robbie Applebaum. Number 8, Justin Opitz. Number 9, Garrett Kabaki. Number 10, Nick Garpow. Number 11, Mikey Kelly. Number 12, Mike Hines. Number 13, Evan Borden. Number 14, Joseph Ho. Number 15, Ryan Opitz. And number 20, Martin Mchesky Jr. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will ask Coach Christine Gentamaire and the captains of the Hilltoppers of Glenbard West to please step forward to receive their 4th place trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the Hilltoppers of Glenbard West, the IHSA State Boys Volleyball 4th place finisher. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will ask Coach Chris Curry and the captains of the Cougars of Vernon Hills High School to step forward and accept the 3rd place trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the Cougars of Vernon Hills High School, the Illinois High School Association Boys State Volleyball Finals 3rd place finishers. Congratulations to both Glenbard West and Vernon Hills High School.